Good afternoon. Let me check my audio because it could be messed up. I did a recording. I know it's messed up. I should have checked it. I should have known better. Streamlabs wipes my every time. I don't even have to look at the graph and I know it's going to be messed up. I don't even have to look. Let me check. Really bad. Now it should be better. I actually need that for later for the shows. So we won't do nothing with that. Anyway, good afternoon. I did my 30 miles of bike ride. I feel good. Worked on the pool a little bit. Just made lunch. Did some station work this morning. I'm gonna work in a little while. What's up, Harvey? Oh, speaking of that, I gotta do the pop out for Andrew and what is that? Oh my God, Chuden? If I'm saying your names wrong, I apologize. Jay Heifer. Let me pop out the chat for TikTok. TikTok's gonna go in the middle of my screen from now on. The other ones are gonna go around TikTok. I'm gonna keep TikTok right in the middle of my fourth monitor. Nelson, Kevin, Carla, Uncle Benny. That makes me think of Benny Hill for some reason. I don't know why. I'm Colleen. Oh my God. Carl. If I laugh, I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just, some of the names are like interesting. Rich. I wonder how difficult it was just to get rich. I mean, are there a lot of riches? I'm not that familiar with Facebook. Oh my God forbid. With TikTok. Somebody really needs to teach me how to use it properly. I'm not even kidding. But it's connected to my Streamlabs, so I stream to it. Jenny, I think I seen. Paige. Anyway. So yeah, I did. It is. Oh, here we go with the messages. Isaac _ The monitor's pretty far that way, so it's hard. Salvador. Just say fishers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. Najee. Oh, my mother's addicted to JTV. Oh, and all the other ones. Sharon. Oh, QVC. She's been with QVC since the beginning. That says a lot. Zach. Gene Well. Chloe. Oh my God, Witchy Moon. Witchy Woman, I mean. I know somebody, Witchy Moon. That's why I said Witchy Moon. Witchy Women. Oh, Andrea Perron would love that. You know, you ever see the movie The Conjuring? Well, I'm her producer. Annie Perron. Andrea Perron. I should get her to come on with me sometime and talk about it. The experience at the farmhouse. The Conjuring House. We don't call it the Conjuring House. We call it the farmhouse. Those that know. What's up, Alex? If you guys like that kind of stuff, I have a Rolodex full of people. I can call so many people in the UFO field, like paranormal field. I actually, I was going to tell him something. I don't know if he was close. All right, so Thursday, someone in the UFO research community passed away Sunday. His name is Earl Grey Anderson. Good friend of mine, well known, like a rock star in MUFON. And I'm putting together like a special show tribute for him. And I cannot tell you all the awesome people in the community that are coming together to participate. And it's, like I said, it's to honor him. And I'm so glad to see that so many people are doing that. That they're coming together. And I don't know if they have differences, but they're coming from all over the place to pay tribute to him. I even recorded this morning the executive director of MUFON himself on video for the show. So the main person of MUFON, the top of the chain. So everybody is coming out for him, which I'm going to be kind of emotional behind the scenes because I talked to him a couple of weeks ago. It just all happened so fast. He was ill. He was dealing with cancer. Just got diagnosed a month ago. He really thought he was going to overcome it. You know, he was going to go through chemo and all that. And then, unfortunately, he suffered last week a cardiac arrest, a heart attack. And that was it. It never came out. That's the most horrific experience I've had the last couple of weeks, like a roller coaster. He was doing a show on the network that I run, that I'm in charge of. And we were talking about him coming back after he was getting better and having a co-host so he couldn't put all the pressure on him. But it's awesome to see all the great people out there coming forward and wanting to participate in the tribute to Earl, because he was one of the most amazing people you could talk to, you could meet. Always a smile, always joking around. He used to joke around all the time because, you know, I was his producer for his show while he was doing it on KGRA. And boy, was he's the kind of guy you want around a campfire to tell you all the stories and the knowledge and research and everything that he knows and knew. So he will never be forgotten. He won't be forgotten by me because the short time that I knew him, like 2 years, like working together and talking to each other on the phone and becoming really good friends from a distance. I never met him, but I knew him because like I said, I worked with him a lot. So I will miss him. I'll never forget him. And he'll always be a part of me because we had, you know, normal personal talks too. The human side, not the business side. So, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. The name of the show is UAP Crossfire. You can see it on X at Global Radio Live, on Facebook, KGRA Digital Broadcasting, on YouTube, just search KGRA DB, on Rumble, the same, KGRA DB, you'll find it. So 8 p.m., it's a 2-hour show. We can go over if we have to. I make that call. Even though there's a live show that comes at 10 Eastern. For this show, we take as long as we need. And I got to call Chris and tell him that. He's going to be the main. There are 4 hosts usually of this show. One is in Saudi Arabia. I cannot talk why. The other 3 will be holding it down. So it's going to be one heck of a show. It's going to be very emotional. I'm going to go on the show at the beginning, pay my respects, representing the station and my own personal. And then from there's going to be so many people. And like I said, I thank all those that are coming on. If you're watching on Facebook or anywhere else, I thank all of you for doing this for Earl. And for me, at the last, just doing it. I thank you. I hate getting emotional. Anyway. Yes, men can get emotional. Men can tear up. Men can cry. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. Yo, I was just thinking, I'm live streaming, and I was just thinking about the show on Thursday. If we have to go over 2 hours, don't put a time constraint on it. If we need to go extra, we go extra. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to rush anybody to say their piece. You know what I mean? When if it ends on time, which it should, all great. But if you have to, you have that leeway because you're the commander of this show. So you just go and you message me, and you know how we do it. And because I can preempt Clyde Lewis for this. You understand?
Right.
So we go as long as needed on Thursday. And I don't know if I told you. I think I did. I reached out to Greg Bishop.
Right.
Because Martin told me he's more than happy to do it. So there's going to be quite a bunch of people on here. You know? Now, I can't... Go ahead.
I just recorded Shane Hurd. He was a good friend of it.
Wow, you got Shane?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I like Shane. I met him in person in Arizona. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. And so he just finished the recording. I loaded it already.
Don't forget about Bob Spearing.
Just wait for his call.
Okay. Martin's going to record something for me. Oh, Debbie.
I'm trying. Bob's got to give me her number.
And what about Stacy?
No go.
Okay. No worries. All right, just do the best you can, and you hit me up if you need me. And if anything, I'll see you tomorrow for iDetective.
All right, Bill.
Call me, though. Text me if anything.
Of course I will.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. That is work. What's up, Daryl? Hello to anybody who's watching, if you're watching on TikTok. And I haven't popped up the other chats yet. The only one I was looking at was at TikTok. Because I'm like literally doing stuff as all of this is going on. Like always. It always happens. I could never just sit and start off easy. It's always one thing after another. That phone, messages, emails. And hello to Katie. If I say it right, I apologize if I didn't say it right. Rambo. Oh, I don't know if you're going with rainbow with that or Rambo. Or a combination of. I like it though. Rambo. I do. It's clever. It could be Rambo. That'd be almost a good name for a band. For real, Rambo. But then Richie Blackmore, you guys would have to know rock. Rainbow. There was a band Rainbow. Dio was in the band at the time. And hello to Alice and Kira. Now I see you too. I won't even mention anything, Alice, about yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like a TV show back in there. What you talk about, Willis? Oh my God. I might have been as old as he was when that came out. All right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? We have TikTok. Okay, we need this one. Yeah, so I did my 30 miles of biking this morning. I feel good. I cleaned the pool this morning. Yesterday I had my first experience fixing, repairing, and riding a mower. I thought I heard like a woman's voice outside my door. All right, what's going on? We're not going to start that. I swear I thought I heard like a woman's voice outside. But I never had that experience. And it's a Cub Cadet IntelliPower 42 something. This thing is, he's going to pay me to mow his lawn because he lives in New York City. And it's a big piece of property. It takes me about an hour easy on a ride mower to do it. And hello to Jerry. And I was having fun. I didn't realize how fast those things can go. They go pretty fast. I was like, not bad. I had to put a new battery in it. I changed the air filter. What else did I do to it? I'm gonna definitely drop the oil. I bought it. Well, the owner of the house bought it. He left everything in the shed for me. And then I put everything, and I turned the key, and it turned right on. I was like, yes. It's nice when you try to fix something and it really works. Like right off the bat, there's no complications involved. That's always a great thing. Well, that's how it went yesterday. And then he goes, how was the tractor? He called it. I said, excellent. All right, let me just make sure I got all these pop-outs. No. I'm missing one. This one. Beautiful day here. 82. At least it was 82. When I came home from bike riding, which was about an hour, 2 hours ago now. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 56 degrees.
Wow. It's nice. I'm afraid. Wait, hold on.
7 days. Tuesday, 83 degrees Fahrenheit and partly sunny weather. Wednesday, 70 degrees and partly sunny weather. Thursday, 71 degrees and intermittent clouds.
It's nice.
Friday, 80 degrees and thunderstorms. Saturday, 70 degrees and showers. Sunday, 64 degrees and partly sunny weather.
64.
Monday, 66 degrees and intermittent clouds.
2 chilly days. Sunday, Monday, chilly 60s. 60s is normal for here now, this time of year. People are freaking out. They're spoiled. Because it's been like 70s and at 80 a few days for the last week or so. This is not normal. Mid-60s is normal for this time of year. Not 80s, not 70s. And that's why people, they get spoiled. This is great weather. It's way above normal. Nobody's complaining. Not me. So, bike riding Thursday. Because they said, thunderstorms on Friday? Showers on Saturday? Then mid-60s. I don't like riding if I don't have to. Not this time of year, I don't have to. Below 70. If I'm going to be picky, it has to be 70 or above now. Because when you're riding on a bike, you get that breeze going. And it could create a wind chill. Especially if it's windy on top of it. So you got to add both. So sometimes it could feel, long sleeve. I don't like that. See how I'm dressed? This is how I went bike riding today. It was freaking awesome. I heard a noise right there. Matter of fact, this thing was quiet last night, all night. Not the night before. But last night, this thing was absolutely quiet. Put it. Yeah, that's the sensor. Let's see if it goes off today. We'll put it on the drum. It's already clicking. I know it's not electric interference because I've tried it in different places, especially outside my house, and that thing was going crazy on a bench in front of my house, a swing. It was going crazy. Last night, that didn't go off at all. It's going crazy right now. That's me touching it. So, it could be near electronics. Oh, now it's too close to the proximity of that. It could be anywhere. It's going crazy, actually. Let's put it up here. See, last night it was up there. It didn't make a peep all night. It's going crazy. And I just heard a noise. That's what made me trigger. This thing is going crazy. Put it down. See, it stopped. Oh no, shut off. I hit the button. Now it's on. Now it's quiet. And it's right near all the electronics right now. It's near the monitor, it's near the mixer, it's near the thing that I put all the inputs in for the Xbox cameras. There's a lot of electronic stuff around it. Not a peep. That thing was freaking us out the other night. It's 79 in Florida, but it feels like 81. That's normal. It's not that humid. But for Florida, I know what it's like. That's why I moved back here. Like, I couldn't enjoy myself outdoors. I couldn't be outdoors in Florida, but that also had to do with my health. The heat is not my friend like that. It's not a lot of people's friend. You could suffer from all kinds of illnesses related to heat. But we could definitely go. When you come for Pine Bush, Jade, if Woody and Petita come, but I have to work. But there are places we can go, like on a paranormal investigation. I could even call Al, see if he's around. He's retired. He's got another job though now. But because I got gadgets under here. That's just one of them. Might have to do something like that. We'll think about that. It'd be nice if we go at night. That's when it's fun, at night. Do you know what it's like to be on a paranormal investigation at night in the middle of the woods? No light. I've been on those. And one time, and he stopped me. I heard something running. It was Halloween. It was Halloween night, 2015. It sounded like there was an animal running up the hill, up the incline where we were sitting. So we were on like top of a ridge. This thing was coming up, and it sounded like it was gonna charge me on my chair. I got up to run. Al grabs me and says, "Don't move." So I didn't. But I was like ready to get away from that chair. I ain't staying by that chair. I don't know what the heck is coming up. I mean, we have all kinds of wildlife here. So there was a lot of leaves on the ground. And you would hear anything. The weird thing is, when we all went to look where the sound was, there was nothing there. And I had a really powerful flashlight. Nothing. It was freaky. But you can also get paranoid in the woods because, like I said, you might put light, but you can only see so much with the beam of your light. Then the rest is completely dark. And you start hearing noises, normal animals in the woods, coyotes. You'll hear stuff rustling and moving about. You will. But you can't let yourself get paranoid on that because then you'll start bugging out. So it was just a bizarre, that was a very bizarre experience with them. And that was weird. But, see, I heard something again behind me now. The house is getting a little active again. See, look at it. It's quiet now. It's completely quiet. It's not making sounds now. I'm going to grab it. See, it's on. Not a peep. It was going crazy just a minute ago. surrounded by electronics. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it back in the same spot I had started. Right there. On the drum pad. Nothing. But it was going crazy when I first started. Turned it on. Right here. Now there's nothing. But I had heard a noise. That's what made me turn it on. I'm actually sweating in here. What's up, Grandizer? As long as I have coffee, well, you know that. I'm drinking coffee right now. He was in the room. See, Grandizer, you don't know this. I went bike riding 30 miles this morning. And I had diced chicken breast, lettuce, tomato on 40 cal bread for lunch. Jade will tell you the stuff that goes on in this house. He's in chat. You ask him. Don't take my word from it. Ask him. He's had experiences in this house. He thought we were messing around. He claims, because I wasn't awake, that 2:30 in the morning, doors locked, it just slammed open. He thought one of us was playing a prank. Now, I did not see this, but this is what he says. So, you know, and other people have had experiences in this house. You gotta... His name is Jade. Jade. My mother says Jay. She calls him Jay. I may need more coffee. Actually, see, if I open this door, it's going to be too bright. It's just going to flood in here. But I could sure use air right about now. And hello to IT Guy on TikTok. Oh, he's telling you the story right now. See? There is definitely an activity here. But it hasn't been... It's been very quiet, actually, lately. I'm going to minimize this. Oh, see? Let there be light. I'm completely gone. It's like I could walk in from the light. I won't see. What was... From Poltergeist, what was her name? Something Ann? I can't remember her name. Carol Ann! Carol Ann! Stay away from the light, Carol Ann. Look how bright that is. It feels good, though. It's too bright. Oh my gosh. So he says the door was shut and I thought it was them messing with me, meaning us pranking him, because it's me and Keith. He knows. And the door opened slowly. I looked up and then it shut. And then I got out of bed, walked over, and nobody was there. They were all sound asleep. Yeah. He thought it was us. A lot. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that happens here. But not recently. What actress? What are you talking about? What's going on? In Connecticut. In the 70s. Oh my God! He just did a show. You're talking about the Demon House in Connecticut? That's what they call it. Oh God. Oh my God. It actually has the Enfield House. Are you talking about the Enfield House? It might be the Enfield House. Yeah, he can do that. We might do, you know what we might do? We might do something even better, Jade. We should do something here, live, with everyone. and do a paranormal thing in this house and the property, you know, that side. Here, there's the Enfield House in Connecticut. That was really famous. The one in Long Island was Amityville. And then the one that Annie is part of is the Conjuring House. That's in Rhode Island. Yeah. I think that... Yeah, right? Let's do it here. We'll do a paranormal thing here. Thursday, after I'm done with work on a Thursday night. There's so many cases out there, Grandizer. But Hollywood, you can't, like, and Annie always says it. She says it. The Conjuring movie is 90% BS. It's not. It never happened. They made it up. Hollywood. She says it. Let me just. I want to get that clear because I don't like putting out. I want to make sure. She always says it. I gotta say hello to her anyway. She should be back home from her trip to Michigan. Oh boy. Might be calling at a bad time. I do this often. Might be a bad time.
Hi, Bill.
Hi there. Are you home yet? Or are you still in Michigan? What's going on? You still hanging out with all the women? What?
We got home at midnight on the dot on Sunday night.
Wow.
And I told Greta, go take my room. I crashed on the couch with the doggies.
Listen, before you continue, too much information. I'm live. The reason I called you, the movie The Conjuring, of course, was based on your family.
Yes.
And you always say on the air it's 90% BS.
Well, it's, in the grand scheme of things, it leaves people with the impression that good conquers evil and love conquers fear, and our family had an extreme haunting that we all survived.
Right.
And all of that is true. All the rest of it, other than a few strange things that were in that film, like the peace sign hanging on my window, on my wall, where Shanley Caswell played me, and the picture of the cat over the white cat sitting on the paisley pillow. I have that hanging in my office. My mother's best friend gave me that picture that I found at a flea market when I was turning 13 years old.
Wow.
And it was 50 cents, and Mom didn't have 50 cents to buy it for me for my birthday, so Fran did.
Wow.
And Julie, the woman who did all of the staging, all the set design, she had no idea. No idea. The wind chimes, where the little girl goes running through. What's her name, Chris? The little girl that played Cindy.
Amber.
It's escaping me right now. She's so sweet. And we had a set of wind chimes just like that.
And she had no prior knowledge of any of that.
No, she had absolutely no knowledge of any of that.
Wow.
And there were some things in the...
That's weird.
Like Christine laying in bed and having her leg pulled and the beds moving and stuff like that was real. What they did was James Wan and everyone else that was associated with that film read my books and said, oh, no way. No way.
You mean they were tricking you know what?
Yes.
Wow.
They didn't think that they thought that the story was so horrifying that people would not actually stay in the theater and watch it to the end. And so they turned it into, they homogenized it.
Right.
What they did was the two screenwriters who apologized profusely to me because I gave them permission to use anything in the books. And so, 7 times the suits at Warner Brothers sent that script back as they tried to incorporate actual events into the screenplay and said, take it out, take it out, take it out. That will run people out of the theater, take it out. And I mean, yeah, it was kind of a bizarre way to grow up, but I didn't think, I've said it so many times, I think of our story as a love story with a wicked supernatural twist.
Right.
I certainly didn't think of it as a horror story.
Right. Well, Hollywood did that.
Even though some horrific things did happen at the house and some life-threatening things happened. But they turned it, they used Hollyweird method and formula.
You know something? Mom, I'm on the telephone. Don't come in here right now, please. But you know something? Somebody should make, even if it's a limited series, the true events of the farmhouse.
We're working on it right now, honey.
Great.
Yeah, we're working on it right now, a limited series.
Awesome.
Yeah, for television so that everyone can see it.
Oh, that's even better.
Yep, I'm working on it right now. I am.
All right, well.
Between healing from cancer and doing all the other things that I do.
Tell folks that may be listening quickly, the series of books that you wrote.
It's called House of Darkness, House of Light, and it is a trilogy. It's one big long story that covers the whole 10 years that we lived in the farm, that starts before we went there and then ends after we left. Because it was, well, once you read it, you'll understand why. But, yeah, it's one big long story that was too big to make into one book. And so my publisher said, let's do a trilogy. And so that's what we did. But it's House of Darkness, House of Light, Volume 1, 2, 3. And they're all available on Amazon.
I'm getting weird shit happening in my house lately.
Okay, and that's probably my fault. I'm sorry.
No, it just happened again. It happened a few minutes ago, and now it happened again. Something like on the side of me. The house has been very active in the last few days.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised about that. Your name came up a number of times over the weekend.
Really?
And, the spirit activity around me was just off the charts.
Tell me it was good.
That does happen. That happens. People that I'm talking about, the spirits will visit them. So I'll tell them to leave you alone. Near your mom.
All right. Well, love you. I'm glad you got back, and you had a great time, I'm sure.
Yes, it was remarkable. Yesterday I was overcooked pasta, but I'm back on my feet today.
Well, I'll keep an eye out if anything we're doing this weekend.
Okay, great. And I've got both of my shows are set for Friday night. I'll send you all the info.
Oh, cool. All right, so I'll keep an eye out for it. Love you, and I'll see you on Friday.
Love you, sweetheart. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
So some of it was true. What happened in the movie? Travis Walton cannot stand Fire in the Sky, the scene in The Craft. It really irks him. And there's a whole story behind that. And Don Ecker had his friend who passed away not too long ago, Tracy Torme. He was the one that did the film, Fire in the Sky. And he tried for the real account of Travis to be in the movie. But the same thing, knocking heads with those Hollywood execs. And they said nope. They wanted to make it more dramatic, exaggerated, BS. Travis, I'm telling you, Travis, and I agree with Travis. If you're gonna make a story about my experience, can we keep it kind of real here? Oh, we're gonna just make shit up now? That's not what happened. That's not how it went down. But you're gonna make it like that. Would you like that happening? Hell no. That is BS. So he was not happy about that at all. And Jade, you know that. I'm sure he mentioned it when you were here, when he was here. That night he stayed over the house. I'm sure that came up when he stayed here. Remember that night? You were here, right? Jade, you were here? Were you here? You were here when Travis stayed over, right? Yeah, you were here, weren't you? I'm pretty sure you were. You definitely were. You definitely were. Because I have the picture in my room with all of us together. Yeah, he didn't like a lot of stuff that was in the movie. He actually wants to make like another movie, like really do it right. They all do. Because this happens. This is something that happens often. No, Hollywood wanted that to be boring. They wanted to have like scenes to make it dramatic, so people would go watch it. That's what they do. Well, at least that's what they did back then. They wanted to make a dramatic scene. It gets people to come into the theaters. Yeah, he was playing guitar in the front of the house. Yeah, he was playing guitar too. Travis. Maniac Sports Cards. What's up? That made me think of my Yankee memorabilia on the wall when I read that. But I wish I had my Topps cards from when I was a kid. Oh my. Yeah, he could play guitar pretty good, Travis. There's an event that I've been invited to, and it's maybe I may be working it, but not for KGRA. But yeah, what am I talking about? Yes, for KGRA. Amanda's around. I gotta tell her about the Family Feud. Let me call her. Oh my God, I gotta do a show soon. Hold on, I gotta get Skype working for the next few days. Let me call her. Pick up, Amanda. You know, it's funny. She lives in Nova Scotia. And she came here for a Pine Bush 1 year. She stayed here 2 weeks. And she didn't meet any of us. She didn't know any of us in person, but we know each other for years in chat. So it was not easy for her to leave Canada to come here. That's not easy. But one day we're in the backyard. A lot of us. There was a bunch of us. They travel from all over the country. They stay at my house. Jade is coming down from the Carolinas. But you weren't in the Carolinas then, were you? Back when you first started coming up here? You were somewhere else. I can't remember. It's been so long. But we're all in the backyard. It was at night. We're partying in my... There she is. Oh my God. What's happening?
Not much, you.
I'm live.
Hello, everybody.
Let me just raise your volume up and bring mine down.
If anyone's out there listening, hello.
So, the last couple of nights...
Yeah.
You know I have Family Feud on Xbox.
Yeah.
We figured out a way to play, but we all play against the AI,
Okay, yeah.
We were having fun with it. I was thinking about you.
Oh, okay, well.
So maybe one day we get back to playing Family Feud, like for real. I'll find the
Yeah, I'm down.
cards. We'll get a team together for Skype or Teams soon
Yeah.
against chat.
I'm down for it anytime. You know
And
that.
I've experimented. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I would have to get off. But I'm getting more. That night you turned me on to the K-pop stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I found a few more.
Yeah. What bands?
The one
Or
of the
Shiny.
well, the one Shiny song I like a lot. The
Ring Ding Dong? No,
yeah.
you don't.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh my god!
It's
Do
in
you
my
know?
car. I was listening to it on my bicycle today, riding.
So I
I
don't
like
know
it a
who to
lot.
call then. Because there were tons I was gonna suggest that night, but I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna like it.
Jade says
I was
hello.
looking for harder stuff, less poppy, more hard for you.
No, I like that beat stuff. I love that up tempo beat
Nice.
stuff.
Oh, dude, fuck, put on spoil. Oh, you can't.
But
Anyway, who's saying hi?
oh Jesus, why are they calling me? Jesus Christ. Doctor's office. I called them this morning. Changed my
take
appointment.
your call.
No. I already called them.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to have an appointment Thursday. Probably called me for that. I already rescheduled it. Get your story straight. Oh, Super Junior.
Okay, yeah.
I like a few of their songs.
Okay.
But what was the one you were gonna say?
Oh, spoiler. It's, oh my god, do you want to hear how cool this song is? Oh, first of all,
Who's it by?
Shiny.
Okay.
Shiny is the only band I care about right now. Anyway.
Do they interchange members as they get older? They swap them out and put in new
No.
ones?
It's singing.
I thought it was gonna be like anime characters, but human, real.
Well, I thought it was kids, and like you said, when they get to a certain age, they're dismissed, and younger ones take their place. is
Exactly.
what I thought it was.
That's what I thought it was gonna be like too.
Yeah, that's and I'm referring to them as mini pops. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but maybe it's Canadian, maybe it's an 80s thing. I don't know, but that's what I thought it was. But no, they will take a hiatus because Korean people have to serve in
Yes.
the military.
Yes.
It's a requirement.
Mhm.
But then they come back for like a reunion album and a reunion tour.
Wow.
One of my members, unfortunately, is no longer with us. No longer with.
Okay, yeah, I'm on
Earth
TikTok.
with us.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was in 2017. But they're still going on. They're still going on. And anyway, okay. Ring Ding Dong. Okay, everyone knows what an SAT is, right? In high school,
Yes,
it's like
the
an
test,
aptitude
yes.
test for Ring Ding Dong was banned from the radio during SAT week because it was so addictive that once you heard it, you wouldn't be able to focus on your studies. It's too
That's
much of a
funny.
distraction.
That's
Ring
actually
Ding Dong
funny.
is an SAT banned song in Korea.
Oh
And
my
there are
god.
numerous, and that's one of them.
That's actually funny.
That's crazy, eh? And I get it. Oh, dude, I get it. I zone out for hours watching these guys. I don't know what it is. It's got to be subliminal, satanic. I don't know what it is, but I'm down.
That's Jade,
I
by the
don't
way,
care.
in chat.
Hey, Jade. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you
High
know.
speed, low drive. I was thinking of Jade the other day, actually. How are you, Jade?
You know what's crazy? I was just talking about you. I was talking about how people come here for Pine Bush because he'll be here this year again for Pine Bush. Ronald won't be because of his medical condition.
Yeah.
Woody and Petita will be here.
Nice.
Mark will be here. You know, there'll be a few people here.
Yeah, good.
But I was talking about.
Is Jade going, did you say?
Yeah, he's definitely coming.
Good. Nice.
I was talking about the party in the backyard that night and I didn't get to the part yet because I called you.
Okay.
When I kept asking you, would you ever
Oh.
move to the United States? And I asked you like 3 times, and then she says, "What are you effing mental, dude?" And I was like, "Oh oh, that was so funny because
This was in 2019, and I think Trump was president. Yeah, he was the president at the time, the first time. So I thought something was going on with him and Trudeau, because it was after the Pine Bush Day, And when you guys were turned out, and all came back to your place,
Yep.
and a few others were there. So when I came back to your place, you kept saying, "So, would you ever consider being an American?" And I'm like, "Why? What did Trump do now? What's Trudeau up to?" I'm like, "Something's going on
That's what you
between
thought I
the
was.
States and Canada. What's going on?" You kept asking me. I'm like, "Dude, no. Are you effing mental? Like, no. Get out of here. What? Like, tell
But
me
I didn't.
what you're
I didn't.
hiding."
That had nothing to do with it. I was just busting your chops.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I thought just your smile. Look at the smile on screen right now. That's so evil, and that says something's going on. He knows something I don't. He's trying to trick me.
No, I know it. I swear, I really was just messing
Yeah.
with you.
Well, I'm a little.
Because
a
you got to
little
remember that night,
suspicious.
I was a little frisky after what happened that day at Pine Bush.
Yeah. Well, I see. Because when I walked back, I was trying to figure out why you were turned away and I got in, which is mental.
I didn't
right?
get turned away. I didn't. Ronald and Heidi got turned away. I could have walked in. I could do anything I wanted in Pine Bush.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to
Well,
leave them.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna
didn't
leave them.
accommodate you and your guests. Yeah.
Exactly. So I said, okay, we're leaving.
Yeah. So then I'm trying to find out from you what happened while we were separated, and then, there was stuff going on at the actual conference where things almost came to blows, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. It's like I missed so much by attending that thing, and I'm probably the one that cared the least about it.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, like they're
No, I know,
lovely
that's not your
people,
thing.
and I want to support my friends and stuff, but I'm not big on UFOs. So
No.
like when Cheryl Costa was talking about that little pink book about, and this is all of New
Yeah,
York's
I have it.
UFOs, and
I
this
have
is
it.
all of New Jersey's. I'm like, oh my God, we have 48 more. I was dying. I was dying. It was like, let's read the yellow pages. Like, let's read the dictionary. And after that, I went to lie down in Eric's truck. I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep, and I wanted to cheer on Mark, and yeah.
Well, that's what she's all about. Is all statistics. That's her
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
I get it.
You-
And you're not
and
you're
if
not big on
I was
UFOs
into
though.
it, that would have been impressive. Like, that's the data I want. But
Right. I have it. I have that book.
yeah. Yeah.
Cheryl and
Oh, I know. Like, Charles has that book, and lots of MUFON people have that book. It's a useful book for that kind of information. Like, and I can imagine how painstaking it must have been to put together, her and her wife. But
you don't know.
for me, I mean, that's just places I don't know, stories I've never heard. Like.
Speaking of MUFON, one of the hosts on the network passed away Sunday.
Earl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know he was on KGRA, but I know Ronald and Andy are friends of his and stuff, and
All right,
he
so
used to be on ERT Radio. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
I spoke to him like a couple of weeks ago. I knew what was going on because he told me.
Yeah.
But
It was being advertised on Facebook. Yeah, everyone knew. His daughter was.
yes,
updating
his
people.
daughter.
Yeah.
Awesome. What
Yeah.
she did was awesome. Because she kept everyone informed.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who care for Earl, including myself.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
So Thursday, we're doing a tribute show to Earl.
Who is KGRA?
Oh yeah,
Or...
it's going to be the UAP Crossfire show.
Okay.
Now Chris.
Oh, that's Chris and Don. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
And Commander's overseas right now, on assignment.
Wow.
And Dan Carlson. So
I don't know if I know.
do you know whose idea this was? Mine.
No, well, I was gonna guess. Yeah, I was gonna guess.
But because I cared for him a lot as a person. We spoke often. I always kept base,
Hi,
because
Kara.
the thing was he was working on the house. They were doing a lot of work in the complex where he lived, so he wasn't doing the show, the MUFON show, because it was too noisy there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find out. I don't know if he told me or I was touching. Somebody told me. I don't want to name the person who told me that he was not well. I said I gotta call him. I gotta find out what's going on. Then he told me.
Yeah.
But he he joked around so much. He was such a positive. Like you would never know. You would never know that. He told me, yeah, I got to go in and now I got to get chemo. I'm on medication right now. He had just left the hospital.
Wow.
And he went back and he suffered from cardiac arrest, and that was it.
Wow.
This happened so suddenly. So, as I mentioned, Thursday, however, I already talked to Chris, however long it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen,
So what is it? UAP hosting?
yes.
Okay.
So Kathleen Martin, Betty
Okay.
and Bunny Hill, Katie Page, you know Katie.
She already put up a picture of her and Earl on Facebook.
Sev Tuck. Sev was his co-host until she departed MUFON. But she did the show with, and they are close friends.
Yeah. I recognize the name. I don't know her, but I recognize the name.
I'll just tell you
Years
names.
ago.
I'll tell you names you might recognize, because there's quite a bit of people that are now getting involved in this.
Yeah.
Let me see. Katie, I told you Katie. Bob Spearing.
Oh, I love Bob Spearing. I love Bob Spearing. I totally fangirled out when I talked to him. Remember that?
Yes.
And there were a bunch of other hosts on. I'm like, I love you. Your segment is my favorite. I'm like, I mean, I like everyone else here too, but
Yeah,
it
he
was
used
the
to do-
first time I got to speak to him, so I was kind of fangirling.
He used to record it
but-
with Chris for MUFON
Yeah.
What's Up.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, everybody else I talk to often. Like, I think, like Chris was on there. I talk to him all the time. Katie was on there. We have an understanding. Like, you know, I can't remember who else was on, but it was someone I talked to often. But I was just thrilled to death that Bob was on. That was the first time I actually got to speak to him. So.
This morning I recorded Dave McDonald, who's the head of MUFON.
Okay. Oh yes. I was gonna say that name sounds familiar.
I got him recorded. I got the other two hosts, Alex and Ruben Uriarte. Alex Tusia and Ruben Uriarte, they did a recording yesterday after we did our pre-record for a show. Paul Hynek, Dan Harari, I always mess up his name. There's Greg Bishop. There are a lot of people coming forward into
Greg Bishop. Is he a priest? Is he?
No. He does.
Show?
He does a lot of stuff in the field too.
Okay.
But they're all so many people want to participate and be there to celebrate his life, and it's so awesome.
Yeah. Are you gonna have any call-ins?
No way. There's gonna be. They already. I got photos. Kathleen sent me some. Sev. Another person. He was a Yankees pitcher, George Medich. He's gonna be on. There's gonna be so many people on. So this is gonna be awesome on Thursday.
What time?
9 your time.
8 Eastern. So
Yeah.
anyone listening, 8 Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh my
Thursday.
God! Look who's in chat. Psychoactivo. That's Pavel. He's a host. His show is syndicated on the station. Pavel. That's his name, Pavel. Psychoactivo.
Pavel?
Pac.
Pavel?
Yeah, Pavel. He's in Mexico. He does a lot of research in South America, but everywhere, not just. But
Hi,
his
Pavel.
thing is the Nazca mummies. That's one of the main things he researches. And
Who?
he's got a great show too.
Nice.
And
I'm sorry to anyone listening. I don't mean to be offensive when I say UFOs aren't really my bag. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories and helping out different shows. I met a lot of people, so these names will sound familiar to me. You have to start telling me the story if you want me to remember. You can't just say, oh, you know the story about Skinwalker Ranch. No, I've heard of Skinwalker
All right, Jade.
Ranch. I know those people, but
see you in a few weeks.
bye, Jade.
Remember the time I was talking to Richard Hoagland, and I told him about you,
He's my favorite.
and he remember that time that he said hi, Amanda. Remember that time?
I used to call him all the time. He knows. Just say Amanda in Canada.
I know.
Like, as if I'm the only Amanda in Canada, but that's enough. He'll know.
Oh my God.
And I got to talk to Robin. Oh my God, I miss her. I love her. Poor Richard. Oh.
Yep.
Like, half your heart just
He-
gone, and you're
he-
supposed to keep on living.
That was so devastating for him.
I can't. I mean,
I mean, he still can't come to grips with it.
I bet that I mean, not only his partner, like in business, in life, in romance, and everything, but she took care of him, not just as a partner, but just, I don't know.
They're
She used to
soulmates.
make their dog breakfast. Like she'd fry her up bacon and eggs every morning, and she was just a nurturer. She wanted people to be healthier and throw away products that were gonna hurt them, like dryer sheets and stuff. She was all against them, and like she really fought for a change
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
against big pharma, against like, I mean, she was
Remember,
just a wonderful
we're on
person
TikTok,
every level.
so just be
Oh.
mindful.
What the hell?
I know, but trust me.
What's going on TikTok?
Yeah, don't
What's
do
wrong
it.
with
Don't do
you
it. Don't do
people?
it.
I will. Well, I won't.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
it'll
want you to get in
jeopardize mine.
trouble, but
Yeah, exactly.
If
Because
I had a TikTok account,
Let's
and
just
I
put
was
it this
streaming
way.
there, I'd have words.
let's put it this way. I was showing a bike ride video, and I got flagged for 24 hours for it. Can you believe that?
Why?
I'll tell you off air, because if I say it,
Oh my god!
It's like that.
Let me guess. It was like something you filmed in the background.
no,
as you went by.
no.
Oh, okay.
It's the bike ride itself. It
It's
was
too healthy for TikTok.
Ugh.
You're not taking a pill to lose the weight, so we can't.
I
have
was
it?
like, what? I got hit for
Wow.
this? Are you kidding?
Because they don't really care about music, right?
No.
Like, they use music all the time.
Yeah,
in
no,
their
music is
work.
not a problem.
Yeah.
But like, I got to be very careful.
But is something you said on the ride?
It was where I was riding.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
location.
you're gonna have to explain that off air, because
Yeah. I'll explain it later. I can't mute.
I
Oh, I
get
can
so
mute them.
mad. I
I
don't
can
even
mute
know
them.
lately.
Wait, I can mute them for a second. Hold
Okay.
on.
Bridge.
Is that crazy? I don't know.
I
All right,
don't
we're back on.
understand.
We're back on. But is
Okay.
that bananas or what? Is that
I still have a lot more questions before you came back on, because
that's bananas? But anyway,
Was
that's
it
why
the
I'm very
location?
careful. That's why because it's like that. I have to be super careful. Even words.
yeah, I don't get that. You're gonna have to explain that to me.
Oh
off
yeah, I'll
air,
tell you
'cause
off air.
I don't
Anyway,
understand.
she doesn't like UFOs too much, but she sure loves producing the law enforcement shows. See, we can't get
I
into
don't have anything against UFOs.
No,
I mean, there might
no.
be
But
something to it.
she is the producer for the vast majority of the law enforcement show related on KJRA. I know, and I'm not gonna ask her and put her on the spot. Like, what's your favorite show? Because I know she loves
Oh, I
working
would
all
never
of them.
do that.
No, you wouldn't. But I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, guys, you can ask me whatever you want. Doesn't mean I'm gonna answer.
I
But
know.
please ask
But
me
then,
anything you want.
okay,
I don't
but
care.
there's a difference. There's a difference with what iDetective does to what Jason does when he brings on certain people with their
Yeah.
history. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
two different types of shows. Because I'll tell you one thing, Jason White is bringing on some heavy people on his show. Wow.
Yeah.
And we can't get into details because it's
Did you watch last week's?
no, I gotta watch that because
No.
I remember I was speaking to the guy before the show started.
I remember, and I know you said you were gonna watch it after, but you
I
had
have
a
to.
show
I'm so busy.
produce as
I'm
well,
so busy. But because
There's so many of these people I want to meet in real life.
He worked the Bronx.
Like, just to sit down and just